with another video. Today we got y'all boys with the best takeovers in NBA 2K23. We're gonna be ranking every single takeover in the game when it comes to the current gen takeovers, the next gen takeovers, and the takeover perks. We're gonna be doing all that in this one video. If you guys want more videos like this, make sure to like the video. Hopefully you like the video. Subscribe if you're new. Without further ado, no more talking. Let's hop into it. Let's go! First things first, like we always do, we're gonna be doing the current gen takeovers first. So we got the same tiers as always: broken, top tier, usable. Top tier is pretty much the best of the best. Broken is pretty much stuff that probably should be patched, or needs a nerf, or just overpowered. And we have usable that's not. That means none of them are bad. I can see people using them. That's simple. I don't think any of the takeovers are bad, especially on current gen. I think this is the most balanced out of all the things when it comes to ranking, when it comes to animations, when it comes to ranking badges. I think the current gen takeovers is as balanced as it gets. Glass Skin takeover, I think that's one of the best big man takeovers on current gen. It's the only takeover that you can get like rebounding, like +10 to all, like rebounding stuff. So I'm gonna have to say Glass Skin takeover is top tier. Lockdown takeover, you get the second most +10s to this takeover, and it's lockdown take. Like, it's gonna have you playing way better defense. It's gonna get the second most +10s. In-game benefits, gotta go top tier for that as well. Playmaker takeover. Now this is a takeover that, like, it really is depending on what you were doing. I think this is one of the most fun takeovers. I think the only one that's more fun is probably Slasher, but when it comes to the +10s, I think if you go with this for +10s, you might as well go with Slasher. I think it does, like, I think the benefit of like help people shoot off of it is pretty OP when it comes to like anytime somebody shoots off your takeover, it's pretty much like they're giving sharp take or like a really high limitless range. So yeah, play take is definitely gotta be up there. I just don't know if it's top tier. I think it's just usable. I'm gonna put it as usable because yeah, I feel like people mostly put it on for like the fun factor. I don't even think people put it on for like the fact that it helps people hit shots. So, and even still, it's like it's other better in-game benefits in my opinion. Post take, this is probably the only one that probably should go in broken. One of the most overpowered things when it comes to guarding that one-on-one is just really tough, really hard to do. Rim take, all I have to say is on this game, I think rim take is pretty good. I'm gonna have to put that top tier. I would say it would be in this order though so far. Sharp take, I think sharp take is easily a top tier badge. You could even argue broken or overpowered, but yeah, sharp take. It's the only way you can get +10 to 3 ball. It's gonna have you shooting from even deeper. You're gonna get a bigger ring window. Top tier. Shot creator takeover. I think shot creator takeover on current gen, fading is very popular, so that would make it top tier probably alone. I'm gonna be honest, that's one of the most OP things, but you don't really need shot creator takeover to fade. It just makes it better, like you get a bonus towards your fades, if that makes sense. But you can fade with the sharp take just because of the +10 to 3, if that makes sense. But yeah, shot creator takeover is definitely really good when it comes to that. But the fact that you can pair them up together on current gen makes it even better. So yeah, I'll probably have to say yeah, that's probably a top tier takeover as well. And then Slasher takeover, I would argue, is the best like takeover when it comes to in-game benefits. When it comes to the +10s, the only thing is like it's like sharp and shot creator takeover are just a better combo. But when it comes to putting something as a dual take, I think Slasher is probably the best one. So whether you're going with a sharp or a Slasher, a lockdown or a Slasher, a rim take or a Slasher, a glass cleaner or a Slasher, because it gives you +10 to all your physicals. You're gonna have +10 to speed ball, +10 to ball handle, you're gonna have +10 to acceleration, you're gonna have +10 to drive and dunk, +10 to layup, you're gonna have +10 to draw foul. You're gonna have +10 to pretty much a lot of different things. So I think Slasher definitely deserves to be at the top of top tier, because no matter what build you're on, if you're a lockdown, a big man, a guard, you can use Slasher, and it's arguably one of the best takeovers in the entire game. So yeah, I'm gonna have to say that's another top tier badge. And like I said, I think the takeovers on current gen are as balanced as it gets. You can even argue Playmaker is up there with all these other badges, but that's just how I would rank it when it comes to the takeovers for current gen. Alright, next is going to be next gen. When it comes to the next gen takeovers, we got the same tiers, except now we have don't use. The next gen takeovers, you might guess it, just not as balanced. It's pretty much the current gen takeovers, but they're split up. Now, not all the same things kind of work. Like Playmaker takeover on current gen, you get ankle breakers. That's now just shot creator. That's another thing that you can still do on current gen, but they strictly have it towards shot creator takeover on next gen. So yeah, when it comes to slasher take when it comes to advanced gathers, I think this is a usable takeover. It's pretty much fancy footwork, but the takeover. So yeah, I think that's a good take, but besides that, I think there are better options. Advanced post moves, so this is pretty much if you're trying to do drop steps and all that type of stuff, I think that's pretty overpowered. That's just me. Ankle breaking shots, this is pretty much taking people's ankles, the takeover, but also if you do a spin jumper, a hop jumper, you're gonna get an added bonus to hitting those shots. So it's not just taking ankles, but it's also like some shot creator stuff within the takeover to hit those type of shots. So I think that's easily a top tier takeover. Box out wall, this is pretty much so you can worm or get better box outs. Pretty much box out beast the takeover. So I'm gonna say that's another usable. You could argue which one you think is better out of advanced gathers and box out wall. I'm not finna do all that. Easy blow bys, pretty much an automatic blow by every single time, no matter what their clamps is, all that type of stuff. The only way we can really cancel this out is with extreme clamps. So, and even then, it may not fully cancel it out. I will say that. So yeah, easy blow bys, especially with how people want to rim run on this game, I would argue it's top tier. I think ankle breaking shots is a little bit better because it actually does some benefit to like hitting your shots, and you can take ankles, but easy blow bys is a little bit easier to activate than any other stuff that you're getting in ankle breaking shots. I just think ankle breaking shots just does more in totality. But enhanced jump shot contest, this is pretty overpowered in a way, but I'm gonna say it's top tier. It's just gonna get you pretty much extremely good shot contest, but it is that one, I forgot what the badge name is, but the takeover, I'm gonna be honest. Extreme clamps, this is clamps, but the takeover. But it is a really good takeover. Like I said, I'll probably put this up there with the easy blow bys of the world. Finishing moves, this is pretty much at the beginning of the year, I would probably say it's like low tier, top tier to high usable. Now it's definitely like top tier. Like it's like at the top of top tier in that realm. Maybe even be overpowered. Pretty much what they did was they made the dunk meter a lot easier when you get finished, when you activate this. So like you're gonna make more layups, but now your dunk meter is like, your green one on the dunk meter is exponentially bigger, and it's a lot harder to miss dunks when you have this. So yeah, finishing moves has to be top tier. I don't think like it's auto or anything, but yeah, for sure. Glass carrying dimes, I'm gonna have to say glass carrying dimes is, when it comes to getting rebounds and passing it out, it's really good. When it comes to leaking out the ball, it's really good. When it comes to a lot of things, it's really good. So glass carrying dimes, I'm gonna put glass carrying dimes right there. Interior badge drop. This is like a badge that pretty much it drop a badge a tier, like all they badges a tier, but they have to be in the paint and you have to be guarding them. So I would say that's like more so usable. And we've already confirmed that if you double up on these badges, it doesn't like drop their badges too and stuff like that. It doesn't like do anything like that. So that's a big nerf. So yeah, limitless range. I think limitless range is a broken one because it extends your range and it makes it a lot easier to score within your range. So like when you have to guard people from out further, it's easy to get rim runs and all that type of stuff. So like I think a lot of aspects to limitless range that really makes it really, really good. Negative impact. You can green anything that's a fade, whether it's a spin jumper, a hop jumper, a pull up, a fade. Any of that can get green no matter the contest. That is broken. That is quite easily broken. You know what I'm saying? Like, that is quite easily a broken takeover. Paint intimidation, hands up defense, really good. I would say this is right here. I think the only thing that's better than it in top tier is finishing moves. Perimeter badge drop. That is I would say it's more usable for locks in my opinion. So I would say it's like right here. Post playmaking. post playmaking pretty much it help your. It's pretty much like Dimer, but a takeover, but for post scores, and you have to have this. I would say this is a don't use personally, because there's just other, like if you're going with a takeover take, I would say, or a post takeover, I would say you would go with any of the post score takeovers before that, and like I just don't see like what's the point of you using this one just in general. Post shot daggers, I think this is like a top tier take. I would say. Oh, but this helps you hit hooks, fade. It doesn't really matter. Yeah, that's a broken. That's gonna have to go broken. Post power back downs. That's a broken. That's gotta go up here to like limitless range. Like it's so hard to guard somebody that has power back downs. Like yeah, man. I'm gonna be honest. Like yeah, it's so much you can do with that. You can go with a fade. You can do a drop step after. You can just put somebody all the way under the rim and just dunk there. Like yeah, it's no way around this one. It's just no way around it. Pull up precision. I think pull up precision for guards is definitely up there. I would have to put this up there as a limitless range because I think guards are more so likely to do a fade than a post scorer is to do like a, or then a post scorer is supposed to do like a fade, because I think post shot daggers is really only good for like hooks in my opinion. Way too many takeovers on the next gen. That may be facts. I'm gonna be honest. The current gen takes are way more balanced anyway. See the future. This pretty much just tells you where the ball is gonna go if you're missing. I think that's gotta be at the top of usable. Spot of precision. I'd say spot of precision is. There's no way glass screen dimes is like that high. I'm gonna be honest. There's just no way. Like there's no way that's that high. I don't even know what I was on when I ranked that. Spot of precision. Spot of precision. This is a good take. It's gonna just pretty much help you get more greens. It's gonna give you a bigger green window. You can kind of shoot from deeper because it does make your green window bigger. And if you don't have limit, I went over this multiple times when it comes to limitless range. If you don't have limitless range, like you can shoot from anywhere that you can actually get a regular jump shot. Your green window is just smaller depending on what your limitless range badge, or if you have limitless range take. Now, if you have the higher you have limitless range badge, the bigger your green window will be from out further. So if you have a really high limitless range badge alongside spot precision, that's really, really broken. If you have, I think it's broken for like, if you have a 99 three-pointer build, I think spot precision is like arguably right here. But for everybody else, like if you have a 92 three ball, it's like right here. It's like neck and neck for limitless range. But anything under gold limitless range, I would say it's just like top tier, bro. I would say it's just right here. So like, I'm gonna say it's broken, but I think majority of people don't really have. I don't think people have the ability to have 99, 92. Now, if there is majority of people, then yeah, you see where I would put it based off of your 3-point rating. Stuff blocks. Stuff blocks is very simple. I'm gonna have to say stuff blocks. I'm gonna put that right here. T badge boost. Okay, all these Playmaker takeovers. Team takeover boost. We already cleared that. It doesn't like double if you have double. So I'm gonna have to say team takeover boost is like I say it's like right here. Team ratings boost. I would say that's like a right here. I'm trying to think how essential could team ratings boost. I'll put it right here. Team badge boost. I'd put it right here. That's my takeover tier list for the next gen takeovers. Yeah, that's pretty much what it is. All right, now we got takeover perks. Broken, top tier, usable, don't use. Accelerator. I think Accelerator is quite easily the best takeover, and when it comes to like how broken it is, how overpowered, it probably needs an nerf. You're gonna get your takeovers just way faster. What more could you ask for? I'm gonna have to go ahead and throw that in broken. It's just significantly faster. Decelerator is like the counter to Accelerator, but if somebody doesn't have Accelerator, it's gonna double how much you gotta do to get your takeover. But it's only when you're closely guarding them where it affects them. So it could not even affect them every possession. So I think Decelerator is good in a lot of situations, but like it's really just not the most ideal. I think only Locke should really be using this. If they using it, I would still say Accelerator is better if you're a lock, to be honest with you, because you're gonna get your takeovers faster. So that's just me. I can see locks using it. Extender, I think Extender is top tier. I would say, since the fact that it, like, you can have this for like almost a whole quarter in a 5v5 setting. Park is pretty much gonna last you the rest of the game, like guaranteed. So yeah, I think that's pretty top tier. So yeah, that's what I say. Juice, I think when it comes to takeover perks that could be on the level of Accelerator, I think Juice is the only one that really even comes close. When you think of the fact that, like, if you double up on takeovers on next gen, you can get plus 13, and if you have Juice on top of that, you can get like plus 21. Now, I don't know the full thing on current gen, but I'd imagine it just doubles. So like on current gen, you already get like plus 10. I'm pretty sure Juice has to be like plus 20. So if it works the way I'm thinking it does, I would say that easily is broken. It easily is broken. Like, you getting plus 20 to your attributes in takeover is ridiculous. Like, that's ridiculous. Like, that's legit ridiculous. I don't really care if you're on next gen or current gen. That's just kind of crazy. Even if it's like plus 15 on current gen, I think that's still pretty broken in my opinion. Minimizer, opponents activated takeovers don't last as long when closely guarded. That's pretty much the counter to Extender. I personally, I think this is a bigger, like, I think this is better than Decelerator, because when somebody's in takeover, you don't want them to be in takeover that long. I think this can counter Accelerator to make it not as useful. I think this can counter Juice to make it not as useful. It's supposed to be a personal counter to Extender, but it really counters every single takeover. Like, takeover perk. It literally counters every single takeover perk when it comes to the positive. When it comes to Sponge, how easy that is to get take. When it comes to Second Chance, how easy that is to get take. Or when it comes to that. Whenever you're in takeover, it just doesn't last long at all. So I would say that. So yeah, that's what I'll say. Saboteur, however you say that. When a opponent commits turnover or bad shot, their takeover meter gets a larger penalty. Like, see, stuff like this I don't really agree with, in my opinion. But I think stuff like this for locks makes a lot of sense, because you're gonna be making them make a lot of, like, if you're a really good defender, I think it's really decent. I would argue put this right in between Minimizer and Decelerator. I think this is like the epitome of a lockdown take. So like, pretty much, if anytime you get a steal on somebody, anytime you make them shoot a bad shot, they're gonna take a huge hit on their takeover. I think that's a pretty big deal. So like, I think Saboteur has to be like that's like the lockdown takeover in my opinion. Second Chance, when takeover is full but not yet activated, make a mistake won't completely reset the meter. Yeah, like, that's just like, that's like in between usable and don't use. I personally am leaning more towards don't use. So I'm gonna put it at the bottom of usable. Sponge, when a teammate performs an action to increase their takeover meter, you get a small boost to your own. I think this can get too broken, but I'm gonna put it in top tier because I don't really see a lot of people using it, and I haven't really used it like that because I think Accelerator is just the best one in my opinion. Stay warm. Takeover meters won't drain as quickly when performing poorly. I'm gonna say that's definitely don't use, because that's literally, you're really just trying to, that's really only for like bad players. If you make a lot of bad plays, that's a good takeover for you. But like, if you're a good player and you really rarely making bad plays in a game, like if you're a park player and stuff like that, you're not gonna have a lot of bad plays every game. You're just trying to minimize like the negatives of your takeover going down when you do a bad play with stay warm. So yeah, I'm not really in agreement with that, to be honest. Yeah, I think that's just I think that's a don't use. I think it's a don't use. I don't really mess with that at all. Suppressor, opponents with an active takeover receive opponents with an active takeover receive smaller attribute bonus. So this is pretty much the counter to Juice. Yeah, I'm not really messing with this one, to be honest. Cause it's supposed to be the counter to Juice, but like, it counters everything else. But like, attribute bonuses are like, in my opinion, they're not like the biggest deal unless you have Juice. Cause like, we've had the plus 10 takeover stuff for years. So like, we've gotten used to that. Juice is the only one where it's like a big deal. So yeah, it'll counter Juice, but like if it counters Juice, it's just right back to where it was. And then I'm pretty sure Suppressor only does like -4. I'm pretty sure it just minus half. So like -4 on next gen and -5 on current gen. So yeah, I would say that's kind of a don't use. Let me know if you think this should go usable. Let me know. I'll put it in usable. Yeah, okay. So yeah, he said don't use. Yeah, I don't really see the point in that one. So yeah, that's gonna have to be my Takeover Perk tier list, where I have Accelerator and Juice and Broken, Extender and Sponge in top tier, Minimizer, Saboteur, Decelerator, Second Chance usable, Stay Warm, and Suppressor don't use. So yeah, that seems about right. But yeah, that's gonna be the Takeover tier list. In this video, we went over all the takeovers for the current gen. We went over the takeovers for the next gen. We went over the Takeover Perks. Guys, one more. Make sure you like the video. Subscribe if you're new. Turn on notifications. Share the video. Anybody think will help. Without further ado, man. It's your boy Fitz. Out of man. So I was checking my analytics. Even with 100K, we still have 80% of you guys not subscribed. I don't know what else I gotta do. Now, if you guys want to get more in touch with me, you can join the Discord. But how you watching my videos and not subscribe? Subscribe. It's that simple.
Tell them to bring me my money. Yeah!